So it's Pride Month this month, and it just so happens we are checking out some awesome indie games made by or centered around the LGBTQIA+ community. Stick around while we explore and celebrate being part of the LGBTQIA community. The first game we checked out was This Apartment Just Keeps Getting Smaller by EmiSchaufeld. The premise of this game is you are part of a couple who are moving in together, and as their relationship evolves, so does your apartment. I felt like the idea for the game was good, however, the storytelling kind of fell a bit flat for me. It was like it was missing something that I couldn't quite put my finger on. I feel like it needed to be built up a little bit more to reach that ending. It kind of felt like it went from, oh, we're happy, lovey-dovey couple, to being angry at them for leaving the washing out. It looked awesome, and the attention to detail in it was amazing. The mouse movement was very sensitive at first, but I kind of got used to it really easily, so that then it didn't become an issue. With the small storyline adaptation, this could be going on to be a well-told walking simulator. Anyway, let's check out This Apartment Keeps Getting Smaller. We are playing a game called This Apartment Keeps Getting Smaller. Now, the idea of this game is that it's about a young couple who move in with each other, and as their relationship evolves, so does the place that they are living in. So let's check it out. Okay. Oh. Jeez. The mouse is very, oh, what's this?
Now, opinion. Kitsch or gross to hang up pictures of ourselves in our living room?
Kitsch. So
Okay. What do I do? Oh, look.
Very kitsch. Oh, fuck. I got the interview. I'm not gonna have to join the PTA. Fuck the PTA. I have to call Molly. Our home is coming together. Even you, Mr. Mittens.
There's Mr. Mittens. Oh, the kitty cat.
Mittens, why are you sleeping in that? I can't believe she didn't clean up her shit. She knew I had my interview today. I'm not her fucking maid.
Oh, gee. That doesn't sound great. Mr. Mittens.
Whose jacket is this?
Uh-oh.
What's Molly's laptop doing out here? Did she forget to bring it to work?
Is she talking to someone else?
I think somebody just walked up the stairs.
Ah, fuck.
Fuck this cat.
Aww.
Fuck these tacky pictures.
Aww. That's upside down. So obviously something's not going right in paradise. Oh. Well, she moved back home? Welcome home, love, Mom. Aww. What books are in? I need to have a look. Everything in the PC. They got two of the same book. She stomps like a mofo, man. Aww. Pretty pictures. Can I go out the door? What about this door? What about this door? What am I supposed to be looking at? Am I supposed to eat some cookies? Go up the bloody stairs. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I wonder if this couch is from IKEA too.
Interesting. So, my thoughts on this apartment keeps getting smaller. It's very short. I wish that they probably put a little bit more in it, like more story to kind of get you into the whole feel of it. I can see that what's happened is they've moved in together, things have not gone well, the other person has cheated on them, and then they've moved back home. It just feels like it's missing something. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint what it is. I did love the idea of it. I feel like it could have had more in it, just to kind of build it a little bit more. Because it just feels like it was like bang, 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 bang. And it is very much a walking simulator. Be aware it is a walking simulator. There isn't a lot to do while you're walking. You're just walking around the house. Yeah, I mean, it is just a small project. So, yeah, I enjoyed the idea of it. I feel like there should have been a little bit more to it to kind of guide to that ending, if that makes sense. Like, I have played games where there haven't been, you know, the happy endings and stuff like that, and I do feel like there needs to be those out there. I just feel this one missed something on its build up to the end, if that makes sense. It was really good. She stomped really loud. She just stomp, 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 stomp. No wonder they heard her coming up the stairs. I mean, come on. And the mouse was very sensitive at first. It took me a bit to get used to that, but after that it was pretty easy to kind of maneuver around, and it looks really, really good. You're very much in that area, in that environment. It's not overly fake looking, but it's not overly, you know, overly realistic. It's kind of gotten that middle ground, which is good. Yeah, I think for the size of the game, it was really well done. I just think it needed something a little bit more in the build up towards the end to make it a bit more emotionally invested. But thank you for letting me play This Apartment Gets Smaller. Make sure you guys check out the devs down below. The second game we checked out this week is called Kim is a Girl by Moe Short Story. This was an interesting one. The premise is that you play as a non-binary person who gets affected by their girlfriend Kim deciding to use the pronoun she instead of they and them. There is a trigger warning for this one, and it is warranted. It does get rather dark in this process. Luckily, it lightens up at the end and they accept Kim regardless of what gender they choose to associate with. I feel like it needs to be said that it doesn't matter what gender a person is. It doesn't change who the person is inside. It's what's inside that counts. Anyway, the art is drawn beautifully and it gets put on show as the game has a similar look to a book where it focuses on the picture and the words are underneath. The wording is done really well. Even I got a bit triggered by the darkness of this game before the light at the very end. If this would be an issue for you, I suggest you skip this one and look at the next game instead. But let's check out Kim is a Girl. So this one we're going to play now is called Kim is a Girl. So it is about a non-binary person who gets lost in their dark rumination following a revelation from their girlfriend, Kim, who no longer wishes to use they, them, and decides to go fully by she. I'm not sure why this affects this person so much, but it also has a content trigger warning, so I will let you know right now there is a trigger warning for this one. Kim is a girl who deals with feelings of abandonment, betrayal, gender dysmorphia, and depression. But let's get into the game, shall we? I am assaulted by all these images drawing in my head the portrait of past now long gone. We used to both go by them. It was everywhere, from the tips of our tongues to the clothes we made together. Now it feels like I might as well throw all of it in the trash. Kim no longer uses they. We no longer share this quirk with each other. She chose to go back to a gendered pronoun and uses she now. Kim is a girl. She no longer using they, but instead she. Love of my life, the person I spent so many wonderful years with, is a girl. What more is there to say? I don't know what to think. I don't know what to feel. I believe I feel betrayed. I guess that's the word. See, I'm going to say right here, if you love somebody, should it really matter what gender they choose to be? I always thought she was just like me, that we would always share the same relationship with gender, that we'd always have the same pronouns, but no, Kim is a girl. I felt so dumb, losing myself in wishful thinking for so long, and to think I really believed I wasn't alone anymore, that I'd finally found someone else like me. But of course it was just a dumb fantasy. I'm such an idiot. I am alone, I always have been and always will be. Damn, why do I always cling to every little bit of hope? Why do I always try desperately to fill a cold vacuum inside my heart? And every time I just hurt myself a little deeper, so why do I even keep coming back for more? Why do I insist on maiming myself like that? I am alone, always will be. I have always been alone. Being alone is not a bad thing sometimes. I like my me time. From the day of my birth, I've been a failure. They messed up their attempt to drill it into my head, what they thought my identity ought to be, and now I am an eternal fuck-up. I'll never fit in, and the suffering will never end. I will always have that nagging sensation that people are lying to me when they tell me they want to be with me, that they're lying when they pretend that they love me. Why? Because she chose to be a girl? How could they love, after all, if they refuse to see me? They only love this idea of me that they've built in their head, all by themselves, as a gendered being. If they were truly to look at me, they'd see that there's nothing, not on my appearance, not in my mind, that's gendered. But no one has ever looked at me. I will always be on my own. All thanks to this damned culture we live in. Just because it wasn't efficient enough to make me fit into the mold, couldn't they at least be good at brainwashing me? If they wanted to force me into being this thing so much, couldn't they at very least do their job well? It would have been so much easier had I just gone back in line. I hate gender, I hate the very existence of the concept, I hate the way it keeps trying to sneak its way back up into who I am. Gender is my worst enemy. Why do I hate it? I don't know. I just started to despise it one day. I was 4, I believe. I was watching a kids movie, as you do. At the time, I never felt so insulted in my short life. I wanted to cry bloody tears because of this wretched piece of film. I kept thinking, so that's how you all see us? Is that what you expect us to be? I mean, obviously I wasn't thinking that on those exact terms. I was barely a child then. But I know how I felt, as clearly and brutal as one can feel on a branding iron searing into one's flesh. It was filled with cold and untamable hatred. It devoured me whole, even as I lacked the means to properly express it. At first I thought this was all a ploy from the adults. I believed that adults were only looking to brainwash children to force them into a particular plan they had for them. They acted as if we were these gross things they call girls and boys. And I was so sure that we, the children, knew better. That any day now we would rebel against the adults and show that we are more than these disgusting archetypes. I was so dumb, I really didn't get it at all. Children and adults, all were my enemies in the end. After all, kids are so easily swayed, and we're all but too eager to repeat what I told them. So I tricked myself into believing they were like me. But early on, around the end of elementary school, I believed I was faced with the harsh reality. The children too believed that they were either boys, or girls, or boys. When being told that gender was merely fiction made up by adults, they told me no. They tried to explain us boys, we kinda are this way, or us girls, when you think about it, we're more that way. I'm just alone in this. No one is like me. I thought it was a matter of the world against us, the children, and then I realised it was actually a matter of me against everybody else. Afterward, all that was left was a crushing sense of loneliness. Why change the world if I'm the only one suffering? If everyone else actually likes the gender they were given, maybe it's just better this way. I ended up thinking I was a faulty cog in the system, that at the end of it all, my happiness was of little importance. There were so many other things in life, art, science. I already love these two things so much. Why ask for more? Who needs a family? Who needs friends? Who needs lovers? I don't need anyone else. I'm alone. I'll always be alone. But Kim, she was different. For the first time I met someone like me, someone who felt like me. We spent hours bitching and grumbling and complaining, all too happy to have finally found a peer. Every discussion, it was sexism here, sexism there, everything was sexist, it was everywhere. We both hated gender so much, it was ultimate catharsis to finally be able to let out day after day all the piled up frustration against this foul, disgusting thing people call gender. Finally, we weren't alone anymore. So it is why I didn't see this coming. And yet it was so obvious. She kept dressing up more feminine lately. She didn't want to look like the beautiful androgynon I first met. She wanted to be gendered. She wasn't actually anything like me. I thought she too suffering from the existence of gender as a concept, but that wasn't why she was suffering. She just wanted to be able to choose her gender freely. She didn't hate gender as a whole like I did. We were different in the end. Kim, I've been so awful to you, all those horrible things I told you. Kim, just because you weren't what I thought you were, just because it turned out that you were a girl. Even though you always took care of me, even though you've always been so kind, even though I kept telling you that I loved you more than anything. Kim, I'm so awful. Kim, what are you doing right now? Did I hurt you? Are you cold? Do you feel alone too? Maybe you're even crying right now. Kim, please, no. Kim, I'm sorry. I've been so awful to you, Kim. I can't believe I told you all those things. Lo, my little darling. I've been such a transphobe. Sweetheart, no. Just because you want to be a girl, I've been so... Flo, pumpkin, calm down. You must be so hurt. Flo, no, I'm okay. But it's already so hard to be trans, so if I can't even be here for you... Flo, everything is fine. You're sure you aren't hurt? Maybe a little bit, but I'm better now. I get it. You thought I was just like you. Plus, you know, it's not like I plan to settle on woman forever. What do you mean? Hi, do you want me to tell you the truth? Yes. Hi, I'm still non-binary. I just would rather use she. Really? Hi. But please keep that between us, okay? I don't want other people getting all weird and envy-phobic and then refusing to call me she and her because of it. Got it. Okie dokie. That was interesting. It got very dark there for a bit. I can see why there was a trigger warning. I'm glad that at the end she worked out that it doesn't matter if she loves the person. It doesn't matter, or that if they love the person, I should say, because they were non-binary. If they love somebody, it shouldn't matter what gender they are. They can be whatever gender they would like to be. And the gender of a person doesn't change the kind of person that they are inside. They are still the same beautiful soul that you originally had met and thought were, you know. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was very a lot of words. It's very much a visual novel of some sorts, because you're kind of reading through it like a book. It's very much linear. There isn't much you can do other than clicking on it the next bit. But it's good to be there for her reconciliation in the end. I felt it got very, very dark, but you did have the trigger warning, so the trigger warning kind of was... So the trigger warning was very appropriate for that. The art style is beautiful. It looks lovely. I really enjoyed the art style. Yeah, it was a good game. I enjoyed it. Thank you. If you make sure you guys check out the developer down below. Who was it by again? Moe Short Story. The last game we checked out was Birds in Circled Flight by Blackthorn Studios. The premise of this game is you play as a bartender who's lost his job after his place of work is destroyed. I'm not sure what it was destroyed by. They decide to go on a trip with their boyfriend, Trevor. While on this trip, some strange supernatural occurrences happen, and it's just a demo at the moment, but it really did hook me in. The art of this game is gorgeous. It's really well done. I loved it. It is just a demo and there isn't much in the way of things to do yet or to pick up, but I was really intrigued by the end of it. I mean, who is this strange person, and can you call it a person? Is it not a person? What exactly are they doing there? What's going to happen to Trevor and 𝗘𝗤𝗡𝗘𝗏, I think his name was. I can't wait to see what happens next in it. Don't forget to give them a like and go check out their developer profile. But anyway, let's check out Birds in Circled Flight. So our last game we're going to play today is called Birds Circled in Flight. The premise of this game is that it's a point-and-click narrative-focused game about a romantic relationship between two LGBT protagonists. We have ex-bartender 𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏 and their boyfriend Trevor as they go on a road trip across eerie, supernatural United States while being chased from an entity neither of them understand. Intriguing. So let's get into it, shall we? Like supernatural? Ooh, that's pretty. I like it. Ooh, I don't like that. I like the way it's drawn. It's drawn really nice. Happy hour, Monday to Sunday. Seems there's been an accident at the bartender. Ex-bartender 𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏 and their boyfriend Trevor stand next to a shiny Chevrolet Camaro at the edge of the city. No turning back. Nothing trying us to that place anymore. Thank the Lord for that, 𝗘𝗏𝗧𝗏. So, you ready? As ready as I'll ever be. So they kind of go on a journey because the bar destroyed. It's very pretty. I love the art style. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's go. Excuse me. It's impolite to stare, you know. Right, sorry, you gonna buy me a drink first? There's a twinge of amusement in her tone, but unlike this town's resident, she doesn't look like 𝗘𝗦𝗡𝗘𝗏. Doesn't look at 𝗘𝗦𝗡𝗘𝗏 like they're about to serve her if she says the wrong thing. No. Sorry, I. Scotch neat. Take a left from the road and keep going down Main Street. As we get back to Main Street. There's probably lots of people we can... Oh, so it's like a demo. Alright. Can we go this way? No. Alright, I'm gonna talk to some more people in the bar then. What about you? Oh, that's Trevor. Hey, mate. Ah. Okay, let's talk to this group of people. Fine, I guess there's not much else I can do in here, is there? What if I can go past these people? Guess we go back to Main Street. Why has he got a cane? This place don't sit well with me, it feels wrong. Trevor sticks close. Oh no. The fuck? That looks interesting, I'm not gonna lie. It is only the demo, but it looks really interesting. And I loved the way it looked. It looked beautiful. Oh my god, I really loved it. I love that art style look. I I enjoyed that. I'm really curious as to see where it's going. You know, like, it gave me enough that made me want to get more. So I might have a look on Steam and see if they've got that out on Steam and check it out. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. They don't have it on Steam. So I might have to keep an eye out for that one. Send them a follow on itch.io and see what they've got coming out next. When the rest of it will go. Because that looks really good. I really liked the look of it. In-game character art by 𝗬𝗬𝗘𝗘𝗧. That looked amazing. I loved it. And the character design was really well done too. I loved that as well. All around, it was a really good game. There wasn't much to do at the beginning, but there were different choices you could pick. It is very, very short. I don't know how, it kind of does have a point and click, but it's kind of not in the same genre as point and clicks. Maybe it kind of gets point and click later on. But I'm really curious as to who that person was and what's going to happen next. So yeah, I really liked that. Thank you. That was Birds in Circled Flight. Make sure you guys check them out below. Wow, what a great group of games this week. What I've really enjoyed the most about this week is the fact that all games were not focused on being LGBTQIA+. They were not making that as their theme. They were just demonstrating it as a normal part of the game, which is something that needs to be done in society today. We shouldn't be looking at it as something different, but instead looking at the person behind the gender and the sexuality. Don't forget to check out my Twitter list of indie developers, which they will be on as well as on my Twitter. And if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know in the comments what games you've enjoyed lately. Have a great week and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!